It's Week 14 of the 2022 season, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On the option, here's Eckler. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
37 yards.
And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 20 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
On the option, here's Eckler.
Oh, nice move. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 22. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Dolphins at 500 hit 6-6. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
They faked the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They run it with Hall off the option. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be played up right here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Tua. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
One more time with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Breece Hall.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7.
Chargers 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Tua. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now a third down throw that misses the target, incomplete. The other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Option play, here's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll get it down here to the 43. And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A first carry for Samaje Perine. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Hall again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Caught, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go back total at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st down, Rodgers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers going to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Rodgers. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing is Rodgers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's got it.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. It's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this. And that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
They'll run with Hall. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hall again.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting ball, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses